Welcome back to another video, and today I've got a really interesting, slightly controversial, but it's just something that I've really wanted to talk about for a while. I've seen a couple of videos done on this and I just felt like it was time that I spoke up about it. But before we jump on in to talk about what I want to talk about and discuss what I want to discuss, let me just do the usual. If you haven't already, then please hit that subscribe button because I really want to see you stick around. If you're already subscribed, then please make sure that notification bell is switched on and give the video a thumbs up. And now we can jump on into this video. I'm a little bit anxious and a little bit nervous to talk about this. It's something that I've always wanted to talk about, but I just didn't really know how to approach the subject. And then I watched a video this morning and it really inspired me, and to be quite honest, it's probably going to be a similar video to that, so I want to give credit where credit is due, and that is by Theresa, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Anyway, I watched her video and I thought, oh my god, this is a video I wanted to do for such a long time. It was so inspiring and I just feel like more people need to talk out about it. And she did a video called "These Instagram Models Aren't Real," and it interested me and I started watching it, and actually the whole thing behind the concept of the video was quite interesting. And basically it's just discussing how, you know what you get isn't necessarily what you see with Instagram, and that actually we scroll through these feeds on a daily basis getting mentally affected and emotional and upset, because I do. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I look through all of these beautiful Instagram models, and I mean, they are beautiful, Photoshop or facetune or not, do you know what I mean? They're beautiful either way, and you get this thing in your head too. The issue is not with the beauty of the person, the issue is with that you end up with this thing in your head that you want to achieve this perfect body, this perfect face. You know, everyone wants airbrush skin with no texture and the tiny waist, the big boobs and the big bum, and or even just like this tiny, like, perfect body, whatever body shape you aspire to be. And 9 times out of 10 it's just not humanly possible. It doesn't happen. Everyone's got texture on the skin, everyone's got flaws, you know what I mean? No one's perfect. I mean, god, Queen Bee, bless her, I love Beyonce, but even she herself says she has flaws, you know what I mean? Like, no one's perfect, that's just how it is. And I, on a daily basis, obviously doing social media and YouTube and things like that, you're constantly flicking through, following some absolutely stunning, beautiful models, celebrities, and you look at these pictures and you go, oh my god, why don't I look like that? And like, I want to look like that, I want flawless skin, I want this and I want that. And then you get yourself into this like really down ditch that it's not achievable and that you can never look like that. And that's because you can't, because they don't either. And there's nothing wrong with using Facetune or Photoshop. I mean, I personally don't, just because I don't have a clue what I'm doing and I wouldn't know where we even start with any of that. But I do know a lot of Instagram influencers and a lot of people that do use Facetune and Photoshop, and it's great because you can, you know, edit pictures to make you look a little bit slimmer or your skin look nicer, or just to make the overall appearance of the photo look better. But what a lot of people don't realise is that Photoshop has been used. So there's a lot of these pictures these days, because the technology is so good with Photoshop and Facetune now, sometimes you don't realise that those pictures actually aren't real and that's not what they actually look like. So we're aspiring to be something that's not possible to achieve, and that just isn't realistic really, because they don't even look like that themselves. They've edited the picture, or they've had a team behind editing the picture to make them look like that. Now, I just want to do a massive disclaimer before we jump in this video and before I get any hate or negativity. This isn't me being nasty, this isn't me being mean, I'm not dragging anyone down, I'm not being awful. This is just to show you a few different examples, a few different pictures of some of the people I followed or I know of that are Instagram models or influencers that you maybe don't realise are editing the pictures. And there's nothing wrong with editing the pictures, that's fine, but it's just so you know that that's the case and that they are a real person, and you know what, they have flaws like me and you, and to stop getting down and upset about things. And the one thing I would say is a really healthy thing to do if you do get yourself into this really bad mind space about looking at pictures, just unfollow people. I know it sounds awful, but it's not. It's good for your mental health. If it's getting you in a bad space, just unfollow people, even if you just do it for a while until you get yourself into a good headspace, and then you can go back and follow that person. But just think all of those things as well, like you were probably thinking in your head, all of those insecurities, because I'm a massively insecure person, they've probably got that going on in their head as well, times 10, because they're in the limelight. And I'm not being funny, if I was at that, like in the limelight like that, like people probably expect you to look a certain way and be a certain, and it must be hard. Like, I just couldn't imagine any of it. So there is a lot of accounts that do expose celebrities and expose Instagram models, but there's a lot of them that do it in like a really negative way, which I'm not very keen on. I don't like that. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not here to drag someone down. Like, everyone like, I'm a massive catfish. I wear makeup because it makes me look better. People edit photos because it makes them look better. That's why they do that. It's not, you know, they don't, why would they do it otherwise? Like, that's the whole point behind it. But there is a couple of accounts, including the account that was actually mentioned in Jordan Theresa's video. Among a few of them, there is a couple that actually aren't very negative. They're just pointing out, look, actually this is what they do look like in real life. So the one that she was talking about is called Beauty False, and to be quite honest with you, they do tag all of the people that are talking about in the post. These are quite nice because they basically just show you the difference between Instagram and real life of the photos, just basically of them, the celebrity or the model out and about in real life, and what they actually look like. I'm just going to go through a few photos and point out some of the things that you can change with Photoshop. And I also want to mention that sometimes it's not even Photoshop or Facetune, sometimes it's just a really good angle and good lighting that makes a massive difference. So sometimes it's just really good posing and really good angle. So the first one is of Lottie Tomlinson. Now, for you guys that don't know who Lottie Tomlinson is, so Lottie Tomlinson is, I believe, Louis Tomlinson's sister out of One Direction, and she has her own makeup range, which is obviously called Lottie London, for anyone who didn't know. Anyway, there's a few pictures on here of her, possibly with and without Photoshop, or it might just be the angle. So the first picture of Lottie we'll just talk about is this one here, where obviously you can see in the picture there, I think the lighting on the first photo is a lot better. That could be something to do with it. Could possibly have been Photoshopped. Her skin does look a lot smoother and a lot more seamless in the first photograph, and her face does appear to look a little bit slimmer. To be quite honest, in real life she looks stunning. In the picture where she's been edited, she looks stunning. So either way, she looks stunning. So someone else that we will talk about is Tyne Lexi. Now, I don't know if you guys watched Love Island. I really liked Tyne because when she went in, I was actually buzzing that there was someone in there that was a little bit curvier, and it was nice to have a girl that was like hourglass and like booby. So I'll pop this one up here where she's wearing this nice rust colour bikini, so you can just see basically her waist just being cinched in there just to make her look a little bit slimmer. And I think they've done something to her legs maybe as well to make her legs look a little bit slimmer, but she actually looks stunning in both photos. And to be quite honest, I prefer her in the photo that's not been edited because it's a nice real curvy like womanly shape. She's got a lovely, really lovely figure. So there's also Holly Hagan on here, which you may or may not know her from Geordie Shore. And to be quite honest, whether or not you like the whole programme, and I know a lot of people dislike Holly, but to be quite honest, for me, she's a really good businesswoman. She's worked really hard to get to where she is, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here for negativity. That's not what I'm here for. And to be quite honest, in terms of her weight and everything, she's done really, really amazingly well with her weight loss. And you can see in this picture here, her waist definitely being taken in. I think her boobs have probably been made to look a little bit more rounded there. She just looks overall like nice and airbrushed, where in the second photo, that's real. It's nice to see that she has got a nice curvy figure. I actually like her better in the unedited photo because it's real, but it's just sad that we live in this society where we feel the need to have to edit photos. So let's talk about Tammy Hairbrow now. Hairbrow. Now, if you don't know who she is a massive Australian fitness influencer. She has like beautiful children, and she did have a husband as well. They were like both Gymshark athletes at one point. I don't think they're together anymore, but anyway, that's not what this video is about. She always lives like, she looks unreal. She always lives this unbelievable lifestyle, and I've just got a picture here of her face obviously in real life, and of her like posing for a picture, if you like. And you can just see here, she does have like lines on her face. Obviously it's different because she is smiling, but her face isn't completely smooth, and it's nice just to see that, do you know what, these people are real people, and that they're just out there using Instagram to live their best life. Do you know what I mean? Like using, like Facetune and just to like tweak the pictures a little bit. But they're just a few examples. There is other sites and things that do it, but I don't mind there because they're not pulling anyone down. They're just saying, look, this is what they look like on Instagram, this is what they look like in real life. And I just really wanted to talk about this mainly because I don't want anyone to get into the situation where I have been in the past, where you get yourself into this really like down in the dumps place because you just don't feel like you can ever look like, you want to look like that and you kind of, and it's just like, actually, do you know what, they don't look like that in real life. They are, I don't want to say they're living a lie because that's not necessarily true, but you can do that. Like if you want to edit your pictures to look like that, you can edit your pictures to look like that. It's just that I think the whole point of this video is, do you know what, actually stop think, is that photo photoshopped or is it edited? Because 9 times out of 10, if it looks too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Because everyone's got texture. Everyone has, you know, most 9 out of 10 women have cellulite, have some sort of a, like, have rolls, and that's just how it is. Like, that's life. And you know what, love who you are and be who you are, and don't change who you are for anyone. And I just hope that this is received positively, because that's the whole point behind the video. I just really want to give you some, like, support, and I've wanted, to be quite honest, it's something that I've wanted to talk about for such a long time, and it's something I actually did a project on when I was at school about how it affects young girls and how it is affecting girls. Because as well, 9 times out of 10, not only of these, a lot of these people, which doesn't bother me at all, if you want to go and have surgery, that's fine. Like, Holly's obviously had her boobs and stuff done. If it makes you happy and makes you more confident in yourself, that's fine. But obviously what you don't realise is a lot of these girls have had fillers, whether it be cheeks, lips, somewhere in the face. A lot of people do talk about it openly, but there's a lot of people who do deny having surgery as well. So just think, you know, they might have had surgery or their photo's been edited. Don't think that. I hope I've got my point across, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Just let me know if this has been helpful to you, if you've enjoyed it, and yeah, I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.